Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Crystalline Podcast, a podcast all about self love, personal growth, and self worth. I'm your host, Summer Clark. We are talking about energy and protecting it in this episode. This has been re recorded because I felt like the first episode had a little bit of misinformation, not too much value, and I felt it was ridiculous. And I just felt like it was not I kept, like halting and I was just like drawing a blank and it was just the worst. So we're not going to go there. Okay. So originally it was, yeah, going to be about crystals and protection and how, like, a story of how something really weird happened when I took off this necklace. But I was like, yeah, I'm not really into that. Like, I 100% believe in science, and I was going to discuss my theory about, like, how we're all kind of connected, like Big Bang, space dust. Woo! So it's just like there must be a reason why we vibe off of this kind of thing. But then I was like, no, I'm not into that. I quoted Carl Sagan. It was like me trying my best, but and also Tesla with, like, not Tesla the brand, but Tesla the scientist that married a pigeon. So obviously it's correct. Um, yeah, there's just a lot of it just didn't feel right for you guys, and I was just like, it's ridiculous. I have to, like, record something that's much more better. So I feel like maybe I'm just gonna record, like, well, not the mission. The thing I was originally gonna say to you guys, like the whole, like, thing of how I did take this crystal off and how weird I felt, like, because that's black obsidian, and what it does is it absorbs negative energy. And when I was working at my last job, I in the cafe, like, people there was a lot of it. People moaned about ridiculous things, and I was just like, bro, shut up. It's like, yeah, shut up. Because it's like, okay, hot chocolate's not warm. Like, gosh, I don't know what to, like, drama. Um, it was like, no. So yeah, so I've just re-recorded it. It's not okay. But the thing was, I took off that necklace and then something weird happened, and I was just like, felt so alive. And I was just like, I need to talk about this. This will probably get no views. It would get no interest because it's like not a thing people are, they want to know about. But I thought it was really important to mention. So I kind of like wipe the slate clean on that. And I feel it doesn't come down to, like, crystal protection. It really comes down to knowing yourself and who you are and being grounded in that. So I've mentioned, like, Maslow's hierarchy pyramid of needs. Ooh. And how if we get to self-actualization, we will no longer tolerate people's shit and no longer tolerate people's nonsense. And that's where a great deal of protection comes from. Because, if you're at the first few stages, you can become quite vulnerable. Like, if you're not confident in yourself and who you are, you can become really vulnerable. And I've seen this in my friends. And, I've been talking to my friends about something important. I've seen her eyes and her face drop about something important that she had to do. And it's just relying on my opinion. And I was just like, bro, you need to, put on your cowboy boots or something, cow person boots, and, walk the walk yourself. You can't rely on other people, you gotta rely on yourself mostly, and that sucks. But people gotta understand, it's like, it's not like, no, they should turn that attitude into be like, I have to rely on myself, like an empowerment, like, beautiful. Like, how empowering is it to rely on yourself and take responsibility for these things? It's like, yes, I got the power, kind of like you feel like He-Man. Let's go, let's do it. So, like, I don't understand, like, why. I mean, I think I can feed some stuff from my old, what I re-recorded, but I feel like I'm just, ugh. I'm like, brother, basically about it. I could probably just mention about, like, how this crystal, and maybe this is why, because I felt so great when I took it off. I was like, I don't need you, girl. Here you go. So yeah, so it's black obsidian. This is basically the stuff that used to kill the Night Walkers in Game of Thrones. What are they called? Dragon glass in there. Same stuff. I think it's lava. So it's a strong stone, works by absorbing negative energy around you and can go a long way in keeping your home safe. Having said that, keep in mind that these stones need to be cleansed often. I don't know how to do that. This is simply because it's an exceptionally strong and can bring negative emotions and truth to the surface. And this in turn can force you to deal with things you may not be mentally prepared for. And I'm like, was that the reason I was depressed? Because I spoke in my last episode that I couldn't get out. It was the worst thing. Like I had like this whole technical issue. Anyway, so yeah, I had that and I what did I do? Oh my God, my mind. Yeah, no, because I was depressed. And the reason, like, because I became so forgetful about things. And I just got so depressed. And I spoke about this in my last episode. But as soon as I took that off, weird things happened. And it felt like, was I blocking the energy out from myself? Like, and receiving it from others. And, the world is full of energies and stuff. And, even if it's good or bad, it's a balance. Like, and that goes with like the whole Taoist thing. So it's like the yin and yang is balance within within it. Um and yeah, I was like, am I doing it for myself, from other people? And, was I blocking out also the good energy? And I don't know if I was doing that. And I have been a little bit sensitive, and I'm like, is this a placebo effect though? I don't know. And that kind of like draws back into my theory of like, this is just my theory. Like, it's not proven. No, no way. But I'm like, since we're all connected. And that's why I mentioned Carl Sagan saying he said that we're all made of star stuff. And like there's a big bang, obviously, and we're all made up of the same stardust. And I'm like, this is science. It's isn't me like spreading misinformation. I think I can quote it from a doctor of something, or a professor actually. Ooh, yeah, professor of astronomy at University of Arizona, and he basically Carl Sagan said we're all made up of the universe. No, he didn't say that. We are all. Wait, no, he didn't say that. Why can't I read? We are a way for the universe to know itself. Some part of our being knows this is where we came from. We long to return, and we can, because the cosmos is also within us. We are made of star stuff. That's Carl Sagan. Okay, and then a professor took from this. His statement sums up the fact that the carbon, which we are carbon-based life forms, nitrogen, and oxygen atoms in our bodies, as well as atoms of all other heavy elements, were created in previous generations of stars over 4.5 billion years ago. Because humans and every other animal, as well as most of the other matter on Earth, contain these elements, and we literally are made up of star stuff, said Chris Impey. I can't say his name. Oh no. Impey is a professor of astronomy at the University of Arizona. And that's kind of like the point I was making. I was like, so we're all connected, so we all can kind of feed and bounce off each other. It's so silly. That was just my like little theory. I was like, so we're sort of connected to like this piece of amethyst. Yay, I don't know. So we can all, that was like the point I was trying to make. It probably sounded really ridiculous, but that's me. So yeah. Positives, but really, I think it comes down to you have to know yourself. You have to be strong within yourself. And God, easier said than done. It's like, all right. It's like, no, it's like life seems to be like a constant mudslide sometimes, and it's constant challenges, constant, like, blah blah. But, again, it kind of, like, this isn't a diamond, but this, I would imagine crystals, wait, have withstood enormous amounts of pressure. They say it with diamonds, they have to go under so much pressure to become something so beautiful and something so valuable, and it's also like if I got a 50, let's say, dollar or pound note and got it, spat on it, wiped my bottom with it, chewed it up, probably not one after the other, and spat it out, stood on it, it's like perhaps torn it, would it still hold its value, or be worthless? And most of the time it would still hold its value. And that's like you guys. Yeah, that is like, um, no, yeah, it would still hold its value. You still have value. There's nobody can take that away from you. Absolutely, sounds so British, innit? No, no one can take away from you, you know, whatever. If you let them take it away from you, they will. You don't, no, don't let anyone take anything away from you. That's a no. That's a no from me. Don't. Great, and that's it for this episode of the podcast. No, like, you have so much value and you have so much worth. How dare someone come in and tell you what is valuable about you and what isn't? I feel like I've learned recently that if someone doesn't make you feel 100% good enough or more than good enough, then you don't need them. Even if you feel like they should be in your life, which is weird because it's like, "Oh, but you're my friend. I swear you should be in my life and you should help me, and I guess you have these benefits." But if they make you feel less than yourself, then absolutely not. Goodbye. See you later. Um, yeah, don't don't make anyone let you feel like that. I mean, you don't need the crystals to do that. That's the power that you have within yourself. So, I don't know. Let's have a think. Health, health, health. My brain's been struggling. I did talk about this and like with depression and being forgetfulness. I don't know if I mentioned it in this one or a retake that I just struggled to do like 50 times. I swear I just tried to re-record this a few times. But I did mention I was struggling with depression, and that was actually becoming. I became stupidly forgetful to the point I'd went to the shop to get something, and I would walk away with something else because I was so used to getting the other item, which was milk. And I was like, oh wait, I need to go get tea bags because I'm British and my teeth need to yellow. Why did I get milk? So yeah, I went back. It was like, I was like, should I go to the doctor? It was like a lot of little things. It was a lot of little things because I also went to go to the post office because, like, life hack, if you get stuff sent to the post office, if you order off Amazon, it'll be free. You don't have to pay $5. And I'm like, oh, life hack. I'd rather walk for like 5 minutes, get the steps in on my thingy, and just and just like, health, isn't it? So I would, rather do that than um get it delivered. I don't know. It depends if I'm busy, whatever. But who cares? And I don't have Prime. I didn't really order anything off Amazon unless I'm desperate. So woohoo. Um, I was waiting in line. No, because I got there and then they were closed for lunch. I was like, oh, got it. But what I didn't realize, they were like, you're open in 20 minutes. And I was like, okay, so I'll just go like look through shops down like the high street or street or whatever. And then I went after the 20 minutes, I went in line and I was like on my phone. I was like the first one in line, and there was like, queue, whatever line. I was just like looking at my phone, like a millennial, because I do this rather than this. I sometimes do this. I just don't feel secure on my phone. I don't know. Anyway, so I yeah, so doo-doo-doo-doo. And then I looked up and I was like, my fucking my pasta is on the stove. And then I was like, oh my gosh. And then I just ran back straight away. I mean, I could have stayed, it was no issue. But then I was like, oh my god, why have I forgot this? It's just so annoying. But also another life hack, if you leave pasta in water for a long time, it gets so big. It's like I was like, oh wow, this could be the food crisis. This could end up no, you know. Um, but I was just like, what? This is absolutely massive. And then and then yeah, I it's like great, more food. But yeah, no, that was such a thing, and I was like, this isn't okay. And do you know what? I've actually it's helped a lot actually to get my piano out and play some piano. Um, yeah, to do like sight reading and stuff. Um, that's like really helped for me. I'm gonna go into puzzles next. I'm gonna be an old. I've got my grannies. We're gonna go. Like, let's go. I am one of the millennials that have skipped, you know, life and straight into grammar stage. Um, you should have put up some projects. It's so funny if you watch go on YouTube. Actually, no, because you can watch on Spotify now, can't you? Hey. Um, so yeah. But guys, yeah, no, I'm recording this because I got really annoyed. I was like, I'm just gonna record this like video. Hi guys. Instead of actually having my usual setup, I was like, I'm just so annoyed. We're just gonna get this done. So, yeah, so grandma stage recommend. People laughed at me. They all laughed at me. But, um, I did get laughed at for knitting socks for my golf clubs. Yeah, I did. No, yeah, I did. But I'm like, yeah, you laugh, but you're depressed. I'm not because I'm knitting. Can't see that. But it is all like mindfulness. Um, Sewing is like really great for that. And I do sew and I pop up my sewing stuff as well, which I'm currently doing and hopefully I can wear it soon. I just need to go get a zip. But that's my life. That's boring. This gives you no value. Anyway, so I can't actually remember what I was talking about. Yeah, being forgetful. But see, I wouldn't remember that. I would have been like, but yeah, piano's really helped. But I did not realize that depression, forgetfulness and depression is like a thing because, you know, who does know these things? Obviously, a trained professional. The average person like me is just studying to be studying. Oh my gosh, I'm so British. Studying to be a counselor is just novice. Like, no, I don't know. Um, so yeah, so being forgetful sucks. Piano, great. I should play golf more. It's raining. Yeah. I don't know, just like little things to help. But the thing is that I was so in denial about being depressed, and this that was kind of bad and kind of hindered um in my it kind of hindered me a little bit because I was in denial because I was like, no, this is probably it's not depression. Like there are people way worse than me. There are people like, you know, can't get out of bed. Hardest thing to do is get up and brush your teeth. People don't even brush their teeth and just, you know, really hard struggle. And I was just like, no, I'm not, you know, depressed. But when I started to become forgetful, I was like, okay, so maybe something's up. Maybe there's something wrong here. Cool. And then what happened? Life, just a lot of stuff happened, and I was like, you know what, I'm fed up. Start exercising, start playing piano. Probably not exercising as much, but walks. Walks are good. I go for walks. Yay. Um, and yeah, and that's helped quite a lot, weirdly, especially piano. Because it does it does I'm pretty sure help with Alzheimer's and stuff and prevention, and you know it really helps, you know, with memory. So yeah, depression sucks. Moving on. But that was me being honest with myself. And you know what? It's such a limitation when you're not honest with yourself because you can't move on from, you can't get to where you want to go because you're stuck in denial. And we've got to move on from that. We've got to accept, and it really sucks. And you'll be crying. Trust me, you'll be crying. You'll be like, oh my gosh, what has happened? You'll be crying about it, and it'll really suck. And there's a aeroplane. There'll be an aeroplane. No, it really suck. And yeah, cool stuff. But another thing we have to remember is that everything is always temporary. Things will change. You'll never stay in a stuck state forever. It is really up to you. You can take micro habits. Book I recommend is Thrive. Can't remember the author, but it's really great. It's a very small book. Like for some reason, half of it is the references, which cool. But it really does help. With micro habits and how actually important they are. Like little things like don't look at your phone when you wake up. Go do something else. Go, I don't know, read a book, journal a little bit. They do say the first 20 minutes of your day is how you're going to spend the rest of your day, so don't, get stuck on reels. I personally, and I've said this, I feel like so many times in episodes that haven't got out to you that I'm not going to be on Instagram anymore because with small businesses, the algorithm is difficult. They've made it quite difficult because they just want paid ads to feel like, hey, look at me. And small businesses don't have the budget that other bits, so it's like the competition is like completely outweighed. So it's just like I am personally not going to be on there, but I am launching my website again soon, which I can't wait to do. There's going to be like an app. There's going to be like free episode. Wait, no. There's going to be free workshops on there for you, and you can stay up to date with everything. We can create a community. We can talk to each other and be like, "Hey, girls, hi, how you doing?" Wait, what? Oh, like Joey Triviani, like, "How you doing?" No, no, no. Like, hi. I don't know. I should know. Yeah, I do know. It's fine. Just like a really welcoming, great platform for everyone to talk to each other, and you know, be like on the personal development journey with each other, which is I think is really great. And you don't have to sign up to like a newsletter or anything. Like I know I was pushing that, but I was just like, guys, like I did have a good newsletter. But I'm creating like a blog kind of on my app and everything, and just more information. There's going to be like all these episodes and workshops that you can only get on the actual app if you sign up to it. But yeah, like we can't. I mean, I can give you a link to my newsletter on my website, but it's not published yet. So wait, what? Yeah, no, it's published, but it's not live. It's not like linked to my domain name and stuff. So it's just like it's there. You can sign up to it. It's not dodgy or anything. It's like legit. I just need to connect everything. If you guys want to, join that, like I think that would be really fun for you guys. And we can like, yeah, I was gonna say build each other up as a community, but we can build, our like self-esteem and everything and all that. I'm not really selling it, but it's there and it's gonna be so fun. We'll get more into it. I'll get more like professional about it. I'll know what I'm gonna say later. It's fine. So, yeah, so really stick to your guns. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. Obviously, we gotta be like that. Was it the Colombian house where someone like edited it for the zombies? We gotta be like that to people that try to come in our lives and, you know, lower your standards. Try it and destroy. It's quite a word. Try to change your energy, change you. Just like I'm gonna say destroy, yeah. Destroy, this person you've created. And like it does happen. I've had it happen to me where I thought I was just so solid, standing, my ground, who I am. And someone came into my life and slowly, bit by bit, they took away me. So really watch out for the first little signs of somebody coming into your life and you feel like you have to tiptoe around eggshells on them. I'm just like, no, just crunch those eggshells. They're not right for you. You get out. Don't let anyone, just like, you're here, you're at the top, top, top. And if anyone comes along and make you feel like this, just fucking stop. Get them out. Like, down there. Get them out. Like, how dare they? They're not allowed to do that. Okay? So, yeah, there was just absolutely no value to this episode, but I just feel like I needed to get it out to tell you. And also, like, in my blog post, I was like, I'm not being consistent. I am more of a writer than a talker. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit of both sometimes. But you guys gotta remember, I do have like Asperger's syndrome or autism. So there are some times where I'm like, I can't. I can't talk as well as I want to. But when I write, I have time to think and I'm like, yes, this is amazing. But like when I'm talking, I'm just like, there are freaking words in my head that I know, and there are things in my head that I'm like, oh, it would be really great to say that. But I'm like, no. And this is now an insecurity. And I'm disgusted. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. I'm disgusted about it. So, yeah. I just really hope you guys got something from this. If you don't, no, it's fine. Guys, if you don't like it, there is a way for you to win a free journal. Because again, we're putting out journals in August. If you give some feedback, there is a chance for you to win one. Um, Again, stay tuned. I really want to sign up to my newsletter so you can know everything in the future. Oh, that would be really great. For you. It's just such exciting. There's so much free stuff. I can't even. It's like why? No. So yeah, I really hope you got something from this episode. Sorry it's so short. I'm gonna have to edit it like really quickly and then put it out, and then it's gonna be crap. But we are looking at ways of improving this podcast, and that's why that's quite important for you to give feedback. If you want to channel your inner Karen and just go for it, absolutely. You can do that. You have permission. Just don't be mean. I said I was depressed, so make it worse. No, but yeah, I really hope you guys got something from this episode. Not my best, absolutely not scripted. Trying to make it better. I was like, the first one was ridiculous, and I really hope this one helped. So this is probably the last one I'm gonna do, last take, and I hope, yeah, you guys got something from it. But again, looking at ways to improve. So thank you so much for listening. I've been your host, Summer Clark, and this has been the Crystalline Podcast. Thank you so much.